Hey guys, what's up? This is your host Drew, and welcome back to another episode of the Weekend Rundown.
And this is your host Daniel, and we hope to have something fun and exciting for you guys today. Something to keep your attention.
Yeah, we kind of took the week off. I was out of town. We'll talk about it a little bit.
Also something that doesn't get censored.
Yeah, something that doesn't get censored. We got censored. If you listen to us on Amazon, don't. Because one of our listeners said, they reached out to us and said, you got censored when you were talking about this past moments reported presently with Daniel. All the historical moments got censored out because they were terrible. And we said how terrible they were. And apparently that didn't matter. History can't be talked about on Amazon. Just not allowed. Which is also probably going to get censored. But fuck Amazon. And
I bet you those two words are in an algorithm to be censored right now.
100% algorithms. But guess what? I'm going to keep paying for Prime because I want my packages in 2 days. Sometimes one.
So convenient.
If I order enough stuff, this is not an ad for them, by the way. But if I order enough stuff, I'll get it same day. It's nuts. It's pretty crazy. Other than that, other than the fact that I like and hate Amazon at the same time for two different things, let's talk about our weekends, man. Or since we had a week off, like we can talk about anything over the last week. What happened to you this last week?
Not a whole lot. My son got into Pokemon.
Like the card game or like
no, the Pokemon Go game.
Okay.
Phone game.
Like one of his friends at school was into it?
No, he was into a game like collecting markers and then another one collecting other things.
And it just came up?
Roblox games, and then he started getting in. I don't know, just out of nowhere, he started watching the Pokemon show, and then he started playing some knockoff Pokemon game, and I was like, dude, what's this? And I showed him the Pokemon Go game, and then he got super excited.
He's like, wait, what?
That's pretty fun. I can say that.
That's fun. That sounds fun. Does he like come up to you and be like, Dad, have you heard of this guy? And you're like, yeah, like 20 years ago.
Yeah, no. The thing is, I usually haven't heard of him.
Oof.
Because it's like the starters that I know, like the original Pokemon that I know.
Oh.
I tell him I know like 152 Pokemon.
And he's like,
there's like 1,000.
He's like, that's not good enough, Dad. No. He's like, I know 1,200 and there's only 900.
I mean, he's drawing them is what he's doing now.
Good for him.
He's all into that drawing.
I remember doing that. I did terrible at it though, so.
He but you didn't have like a YouTube channel you could look up how to draw.
No, I did not have
a specific Pokemon.
I remember there would be like the commercials online where they'd be like, are you an artist? Do you want to learn how to draw? Send us one of your drawings along with 4 easy payments of $29.95, and we'll send you these drawing kits to see if you can get into the University of Iowa, Wichita.
Also, make sure you buy all of our cereal and send in 32 box tops with that.
If you do that, you'll get 99 cents off each of the 4 installments. It's like, dude, that's still $24.
So many hoops.
Yeah, dude. Like, I got to call you. My parents don't even let me use the phone like that.
And I'm going to have to go to the store. I got to buy cereal. I don't even like that cereal. Who's going to eat it?
Right? Oh, man. I'm trying to think of what cereals I didn't like, but honestly, I liked all cereals. So.
No, you didn't like Frosted Mini Wheats.
I think whenever they tried to punish us and be like, this is all you're getting, and then I ate it so much, I was like, it's not that bad if you put the frosted part down in the middle.
All right, so the unfrosted Mini Wheats.
Oh, yeah. No, that was torture. That was like, I hope we have a bag of sugar somewhere. And then we don't, and we have flour, and I don't read it because it's early in the morning, and your cereal's just ruined.
You know what my thing is? All right, so I'm going to ask you this right now. Between Cinnamon Toast Crunch and Golden Grams.
Wait, are they still around?
What? That is the silliest question.
Golden Grams are still a thing?
Oh, my goodness.
We're not talking about smacks, right?
No, we're talking about the grams that are golden. They're square. They got little ripples on them.
Okay. Between that and what was the other one? I already forgot.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch is good, but it's got to take a backseat to the Honey Grams.
They're not Honey Grams. They're Golden Grams. Did I call them Honey Grams? Yeah, Golden Grams.
Golden Grams. It's got to
That's the original.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I respect that. See, so my problem with it is most people say Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Well, it's because it's more iconic.
And that's the reason. But I can guarantee you that Cinnamon Toast Crunch is not more appealing to you than Golden Grams. And I'll prove it right now. I dare anybody to go take a scoop of cinnamon on a spoon and take a scoop of honey on another spoon.
But that... Okay.
And then eat it and tell me which is more appetizing.
No. I see where you're going with this, and I see what you're saying. But you're not getting the same amounts.
What are you talking about?
You're not getting... When you take a spoonful of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, you take a spoonful of what are they called? Golden grams?
No, but you're getting the same amount of cinnamon to the same amount of honey.
Yeah, but it's not the amount where you're going to be like... Ugh.
No, but the honey is still... I mean, if you take a big-ass spoonful of honey, it's not going to be appetizing, but it's not going to make you gag and want to throw up.
Well, honey's like...
Cinnamon is.
Honey's like... Okay, so cinnamon will make you throw up because of the coarseness of it, but also honey's like medicine. So, like, of course, honey is going to be
delicious.
It's good. It's good. I'm not denying it.
So even if you were to take that in, like, a smaller amount, just take a finger, like, put a little bit of cinnamon on your finger and then honey on your other finger.
I will say I put cinnamon in my coffee and not honey. And I like it better that way.
But people do put honey in their coffee.
Yeah, and it's fucking weird.
Well, cinnamon in your coffee is weird, too. Coffee's kind of weird.
Coffee is kind of weird, but I don't really drink it anymore. I drink that mushroom coffee, but I still call it coffee, so it is what it is.
So it's just made out of mushrooms?
Lots of mushrooms.
Ugh. Sounds disgusting.
My brain works better.
You didn't answer.
It tastes about as good as coffee. And I drink black coffee, so you can imagine what it tastes like.
So do you drink black shroom juice?
Yeah, I drink black shroom juice.
Ugh.
Sometimes I drink black shroom juice that I put my psilocybin shrooms in.
So do people put cream in shroom juice usually?
I think they do. I don't. But did you hear what I just said?
Psilocybin mushrooms in there. You like tripping balls.
No, it doesn't make me trip, bro. It just like rewires my brain.
Just enough.
No, it's all right. Whatever. It's not a lot. I didn't say like tripping balls, but I will. I'll do it.
I'll do it.
Don't dare me.
You go to the fucking loony bin.
I'm not gonna do it before like a show or something. But yeah. Yeah. Anything else about your weekend?
No.
No.
Not a whole lot. How was your weekend?
You know how my week was, man. I was in Austin, bro.
Yeah, but I wasn't there. I just kind of, got a little 411, and the listeners have no idea, so.
I just met a lot of cool people. Did some open mics.
You gonna name drop?
Where?
A couple cool people? What cool people? We name dropping? Are they famous people?
I mean, some up and coming people.
Are we name dropping?
I don't want to name drop anybody.
No.
Should I name drop?
You could.
Why should I name drop?
Because you met these people. You're just saying you met them. You're not saying, oh, this guy's going to vouch for me that I'm funny.
Oh,
You're just saying, hey, I shook this guy's hand. I dapped him up. I said, what up?
I met Nathan Wallace. He's a up-and-coming comedian who gets paid from down in Fort Myers. It was just crazy because he was in Austin at the same time trying to sign up for the same Kill Tony as me.
That's cool. That was just a coincidence?
Yeah. He was. I actually got let into the Vulcan, which is Hans Kim's show, but they let us in for free because this kid I met, K Squizzy, who's this
K Swizzy?
I don't know his real name. He said it was too hard to say. He's like this Indian kid from DC, but he knows everybody. And he just kind of was like, hey, you coming? And me and my buddy went. And so we got in. We were right outside the
kicking it with K Swizzy.
Yeah. Hans Kim. It's right there. What's up? Obviously his little fanboy action went in
Hans Kim. See, that's a name I didn't recognize, but I looked him up, and then he's got a recognizable face. I've seen him do.
Yeah, he's funny. He says terrible things. I met Cam Patterson. I dapped him up after one of his shows, the dude with the rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fucking cool.
Yeah.
I met the guy who basically mentored him and shit, David Jolly. He's super cool. He's from here too.
I feel like that name sounds familiar. Maybe it's just familiar because you had mentioned it and I looked it up.
Probably, yeah. He's a cool dude. I don't know, man. I just met a lot of people. I met a kid who got to go on Kill Tony twice already. I watched his episode.
And how did that go for him?
I watched this episode. The person before him fucking bombed, bro. Bombed. And they're like, you've been doing it for 4 years. What do we have to do to make you stop doing this? What do we have to do next for you to retire? And Ric Flair was there and he was drunk as shit.
Wait, hold on. Ric Flair was on the episode or you saw Ric Flair?
No, Ric Flair was on the episode.
Okay.
And Ric Flair was drunk as shit and he's like,
his woos got bad.
They're bad, but he's like, I'm not here to demean people. And they're like, no, Ric Flair, that's exactly what this show's for. You can be the good cop and we'll be the bad cop. It's fine. And Ric Flair's trying to leave. Ric Ric Flair did end up leaving, but he didn't leave like the first time for this kid. And they're just giving this kid shit. And then they call up the other dude that I met, Ben Williams, and they were like, he did a good set, and they were like, see, this is how the show's supposed to go. That's how jokes are supposed to go. And then they asked him what he did, and he's like, oh, I used to be a rapper. And then he fucking did good. But then Shane Gillis, you know who Shane Gillis is?
I'm not sure. Maybe if I saw the face.
Yeah, he's a big chubby dude. He like has a lot of jokes about like on-set republicanism, and he likes to say gay and stuff a lot. He's like on Rogan's podcast and stuff. But he was like, oh yeah, man, that rap was awesome. Was it called? And then he just started mumbling like it was a mumble rap.
Oh damn!
I was like, dude, it wasn't dirty. I was like, that wasn't that bad.
Hey, quick time out. I did want to rewind because a buddy of mine, I didn't want to leave him out, from this past week, actually took me to the Bucks game.
Oh, sick.
So I wanted to make sure that I'd mentioned that on here because I didn't forget about that. That was a fun time, and I actually remembered it because as you're naming these comedians, I remember they snapped the camera over, and it was the first time I've ever seen Burt Kreischer wearing a shirt.
Burt Kreischer?
Yeah, he didn't wear it for long. As soon as he saw the cameras on him, he's like, oh, and he started taking his shirt off, and he took it off immediately. But it's the only time I've ever seen him with a shirt. It was red. It had some sort of emblem on it, but it wasn't on long enough for me to notice what it was.
Oh, that sounds fun. Are you going to say who took you or no? You don't want to say who took you?
That was my buddy Sean.
Oh, nice. Sean took you, and you guys got to see Burt Kreischer. Were you like, hey, we're going to go find his seats and bother him?
No, he was in a box.
Of course he was.
He wasn't dealing with us normal people.
He likes normal people, though.
Well, I mean, you can tell he was a normal person for most of his life.
Yeah, he's a pretty cool guy. I wanted to like. I remember when I first saw him, I wanted to be like, oh, I don't like him, but he's really likable.
Yeah, he's likable.
It's just
because he's different because he doesn't wear a shirt and he doesn't care. He embraces himself.
He's
and he
so
just doesn't
crazy.
Give a
yeah,
fuck
I remember like Tom Segura was talking about him, and he was like, "Bert, like your waist is looking pretty big." He's like, "Yeah, but have you seen my shoulders though? They look pretty thick." Like he's a good deflector. I don't know. But yeah, man, other than the Austin thing, I met a bunch of those people. They were cool. Met some other people, I'm sure. I don't know. I want to move back out there. But Tuesday, I did a show in St. Pete, and I met a bunch of comedians here, too. So it was just like getting sprinkled in everywhere, you know?
It's pretty cool.
People
Did you ever call that guy that... Remember, you were talking about... You might have been talking about it on the last episode.
Yeah, the battle thing.
Yeah, where you wanted
I reached back out,
or...
but we didn't have really like the same idea for how the format of the show should go. He wanted like the audience, I think, to decide, which it would be cool. But in my opinion, most of those things when they start up, they don't have much of an audience. You know,
right?
So it's hard. You're gonna be like, hey, the three of you.
Was he a promoter of some sort where he would be able to bring an audience in?
I mean, some people, but like, I don't. So the guy, I was talking to two guys. One guy was a promoter and had no venue. The other guy had a venue and didn't have a promoter, and they didn't want to work together. And it's just I was in the middle, and I'm like, hey, I'm just trying
a headache.
I'm trying to host this thing, you know?
Yeah.
So I mean, it doesn't really matter. Like, I'll figure it out.
And then, did you ever hear back from was it Fort Lauderdale? I think you said.
Are you talking about?
Put out an offer for, I think it was to do some sort of party or gig or something.
Not Fort Lauderdale. It was in another state, I think.
Oh, it was a different state.
Yeah, I didn't hear back from that.
No.
But it's okay. I mean, I'm just gonna keep pushing and keep trying. You know.
Yeah, why not?
I heard that. I just got to keep doing these crappy open mics until one day someone's like, "Hey, you want to do this showcase?" And a showcase is basically like in front of important people, and that's when you bring the A++ material like the whole time and just fucking crush.
Like shred.
Yeah, I found out you're not supposed to shred every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to go up there and you want to try new shit. Like, you can go up and tell the same jokes every single time and shred every single time, right? But, like, you don't want to do that. You want to go try a bunch of new shit and see what works and what doesn't work. And that's why what I showed you, I think maybe 30% of it was funny. I even skipped some of it because, like, I didn't like it, you know?
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Well, at least you're learning the tricks of the trade.
Yeah, I finally wrote a good clean joke, and it's about how I thought there'd be more pancakes in adult life. Yeah.
Pancakes are what you make them, man.
And that's exactly why there's not more pancakes in adult life. That's the joke, but you have to hear it all the way out.
Yeah. Well, go to Drew's next show, and you can see the delivery on that one.
Yeah, I think I'm only gonna post like the big venue shows, not the little open mics.
I gotcha.
Yeah, but yeah, man. Other than that, we got a couple things to talk about. We're gonna go into our 2 segments and then our articles. And
Our 2 segments.
You have a segment. I have a segment.
Yeah, we're doing your segment now.
Yeah, I have a segment. I have my TikTok trend segment.
I like it. I really like it. All right, nice. I will have to think of some sort of segue to lead you in.
We don't have to do it perfectly this time.
Not this time, but we can think about it.
We'll brainstorm it.
We had a whole week off. We should have fucking figured it out then.
Yeah. Life sucks. So we are going to go into our next segment, which is past moments reported presently with Daniel. Take it away.
All right, and today we're doing Tuesday, September 26th. 26th.
I like both ways.
And in 1580, Sir Francis Drake completes his trip around the world. Nearly 3 years after setting sail, Francis Drake returns to port in Plymouth, England, becoming first Englishman to circumnavigate the globe. The expedition was authorized by Queen Elizabeth I, and Drake led 5 ships on his voyage of discovery that was really a covert raiding mission.
Hey, time out. Isn't it crazy that it's...
You really going to cut me off before we figure out where he raids?
Yeah. Just because I think it's crazy that it takes like a queen, not a king, a queen to sanction a covert raiding mission.
Do you think she knew what was going on?
She's the one that sanctioned that shit.
Well, she sanctioned the voyage of the discovery.
No, she said, we will call it a voyage of discovery.
That's what you think happened. I don't know how it happened. I wasn't there, and I don't think anyone knows how it happened.
Okay, but then, right, but nobody knows.
I like to think that the queen is a well-upstanding citizen.
I don't, because there's a bunch of kings, and then the second there's a queen, we get that? Okay, just continue. I'm sorry. I just had to cut you off. I didn't want it to be a long thing.
The explorer crossed the Atlantic, rounded the south tip of South America, plundered Spanish ports, and landed in California before navigating across the Pacific and Indian Oceans and back to England.
You're telling me that she didn't know.
He smoked Spain.
She goes, yeah, just go discover. Make sure you don't fuck with Spain, though. No, I will discover second and fuck with Spain first.
They just like rounded the tip of South America. Nothing we want here. Spain, let's just plunder that. Land in California where there's nothing and head on back. Just a pit stop in Spain.
It was, they probably when they went back to England, they probably went through the Mediterranean, like just to go by Spain and like just flew their flags and like mooned them. Like real
just wave and shit. We got your stuff.
You want it back? Fuck you.
All right, so then on September 26th in 1898, George Gershwin is born.
He's got a sick name.
You know who he is?
I don't.
We're going to learn today. American composer and pianist George Gershwin is born in Brooklyn, New York. He began studying music at the age of 11, and by his teens, he was known as one of the most talented pianists in New York. Some of Gershwin's most famous works include Rhapsody in Blue and the opera Porgy and Bess. Porgy and Bess? Porgy and Bess.
It sounded funny when you said Porgy.
Porgy, yeah. I was reading the orgy with a P, you know.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
And he composed 48 shows in total for musical theater and Broadway over the course of his prolific career. Though he died of a brain tumor at just 38 in 1937, his compositions remain an essential part of the American songbook to this day. Ooh, this next one's lighthearted.
I like some lightheartedness stuff because, like, last time we got censored, Amazon.
Censored. You guys want to censor this? September 26, 1969. Maybe you could censor 1969.
Ooh.
The Brady Bunch premieres on television. The Brady Bunch premiered on television, and the beloved American television show revolved around a large, blended family, the Bradys and their adventures, Although it was never a big hit during its time on the air, the show became a cultural icon in the years following its cancellation in 1974.
That's so brutal. You need to get canceled to like become big.
The show eventually featured several spin-offs, including films and Christmas albums. Even today, the show's theme song is easily identified television theme song in pop culture history.
I could probably start singing it right now.
They were like rappers back then. You got to get smoked so someone would listen to your song.
Oh, man. Like go get arrested or something?
Censored. 1983.
Can I try to say his name?
Yeah, go for it.
Stanislav Petrov.
Prevents the outbreak of nuclear war.
Did that sound good?
It sounded good. Yeah. I'm not going to say it.
Stanislav Petrov, a lieutenant colonel in the Soviet military.
You'll have to read the whole thing with the accent.
I just don't want to only say his name.
Well, I'm just saying with the accent.
Oh.
He single-handedly saves the world from nuclear war when he decides not to report an apparent incoming nuclear strike from the United States. Petrov was monitoring the Soviet Union's missile attack early warning system when he saw an alert that America had launched 5 missiles toward the USSR. Had he reported the strike, the Soviets would likely have retaliated, sparking nuclear war. But Petrov concluded that the warning was a false alarm, and indeed, the system had registered the sun's reflection off of clouds as a series of missiles.
Bruh, so that to me is why...
Crazy. Would the world have ended because of the reflection of the sun? Like, imagine the population, or the civilizations that pop up afterwards, like thousands of years, like us. What eliminated humans?
Well, here's the deal. What if this dude right here? What if he wasn't there? What if it was an AI that was there?
Smoked.
We'd all be dead because it would immediately be like threat. Doesn't matter. It would find a way to make it a threat.
Yeah, for sure. That's crazy.
It's so scary. I'm glad that humans are in control of things like that.
Yep. I'm glad for Stanislav Petrov.
See, you did a good job, I think.
I just didn't use the accent.
I like the accent. Stanislav Petrov. He has the best vodka.
September 26, 2012, actor Johnny Lee Lewis. I just added the Lee.
Oh, man. I love Johnny Lee Lewis.
Just drop that one in there.
So restart.
2012, actor Johnny Lewis falls to his death after killing his landlady.
Whoa, that's double brutal.
Suffering from severe mental health issues, actor Johnny Lewis of Sons of Anarchy.
Oh, shiznit.
Oh, yeah, I remember he was like the recruit guy.
I don't know. I'm going to look him up right now. Keep talking.
The Prospect. Look up Prospect. Who's the Prospect? Of Sons of Anarchy fame, murders his landlady before falling to his death off the roof of his Los Angeles home. Ever since he sustained serious head injuries due to a motorcycle accident in October 2011, Lewis had been exhibiting increasingly bizarre and aggressive behavior, including several violent outbursts and an attempt to break into an innocent woman's home. Just 5 days after being released from jail for these crimes, Lewis attacked 2 of his neighbors, strangled and beat his 81-year-old landlady to death, and then died after falling from the roof of his home.
That's fucking brutal, dude. And I'm sorry that things happen to people like where they hit their heads and they just change, dude.
Right.
It's so brutal. Like that's basically what happened to Antonio Brown.
Vontez Perfect happened to
Yeah. Well, we can talk about who or what, but we're talking about his brain. I'm talking about his brain.
Right.
I don't care about the cause. It's fucked up.
Nuts.
Well, all the rest were kind of cool.
Yeah, it got dark near the end, but the rest were...
Non-censorable.
Yeah, that was probably one of the most lighthearted days in history you'll have, so...
Yeah.
Hold on to September 26th, guys. Don't do bad shit so I don't have to talk about it.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be real great. Yeah, so, I don't know, man. You want to go into my article? Not article, but my little segment?
Your new segment?
Yeah, my segment's just about the most recent TikTok trend.
Yeah, I think it's a good time to do that.
Have you heard about the new one?
No, I heard about a new meme, but not a new trend.
It's kind of a meme, man, and and it's not really a trend so much, but it's like it says like how often do you think about the Roman Empire? Have you been asked that question?
I have not, but I actually think about it more than most people.
Why more than most people? How many times a day?
Every day.
How many times?
14, 15.
All right, so that is a lot, but most men say they think about it 3 times a day, sometimes 3 times a week, and then like the hardcore guys are like only like 3 times a year. But the funny thing is women who say that they think about the Roman Empire a lot, like more than most people, they'll be like once or twice a year.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they don't think about it.
Yeah, so I talk about it, or I think about the Roman Empire a little bit more because my son's name's Roman, so.
Right. Do you think, though, when your wife thinks about Roman, she thinks about the Roman Empire every time, or she thinks about her son?
Guys, if you're liking and enjoying the episode and want us to make some more great content for you, you could go down to the bottom and click support the show. It's either like a one-time $3 charge, or you can give $3 every month, and that would really help. We could just keep making some good episodes for you. If you can't do that, we ask that you go and rate us in whichever platform that you listen to and share us wherever you can. It means a lot to us, so we can keep making some great episodes for you guys, the listeners, the ones that we do it for the most. Thank you.
I don't know. Probably the latter.
Yeah, I'm just guessing. It's just a thing that women do. And that's a thing on TikTok. They go and they ask people what they think about it. So, and apparently men, they say we're obsessed with it because it's like a chauvinistic type, like masculine empire, you know?
Yeah, I guess. I always just, I mean, there's a couple civilizations that's always just kind of awed me. You know?
I mean, like, what? We all say the same things. It's so stupid. We're like, what's wrong with like advancing civilization in aqueducts, in like medicine and math? What's wrong with all those things?
Right.
There's nothing wrong with those things. But as men, we just think about it more. I also said, like, your son's named Roman. But, like, I don't know, man. Like, Caesar was like a Roman emperor, right? Women, like, I had a joke about it. Like, I was like, there's guys named Caesar. We think about emperors. You guys just think about salads and croutons.
I hate thinking about salads.
We know you do. We know you do.
I promise you nothing makes me think about a salad. I never go to salad.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but that's this TikTok trend of right now. So I figured we
you
talk about that a little
make
bit.
food and then you call it salad, but then tell me, oh, it's not like a salad, I'm not going to eat it.
What if I gave you a taco salad?
Nope.
And it had no lettuce?
Nope. It could just be shells, meat, and cheese. But if you call it a taco salad, I'm not eating that shit.
Sick. So if I ever want to be like, hey, I have taco night, and you come over and there's like some left, I'm like, hey, that's a taco salad. You don't want that.
I'm going to say, fuck yourself. Why would you invite me here?
Well, because you already had some of the tacos.
Oh, well, then I don't even want it.
Exactly. But I'm just taking tacos and saying it's a salad at this point.
It's fine.
Oh, man. Yeah, but so that's the TikTok trend. It's kind of boring.
Yep.
Kind of lame. We're making good time. These episodes, I think, are going to get a little shorter. We might be able to record some more or do a little shorts or something. I don't know. We'll have some more time on our allotment.
It's good. I like that.
Yeah. Do you want to go into our articles? Or?
Yeah, I'll start.
Yeah, mine's kind of a weird one.
Well, mine's not weird, and it's not dark at all. So that's good.
See, look, we're a fun podcast.
We're very fun. So mine is about an autistic boy who won the national golf tournament, and he had only played 3 rounds of golf in his life.
Sounds like he's more than a natural.
Yep, he's 12 years old. His name's Bailey Teepa Teru. And he's become the talk of the town in his native New Zealand after he won a national golf tournament despite having played just 3 rounds of golf in his entire life. He was playing with borrowed clubs, and he was wearing basketball shoes. And he managed to score an 87 in stable forward points.
Basketball shoes.
Yep, basketball shoes and borrowed clubs. And the tournament was put on by the Association of Intermediate and Middle Schools Games. His feat's more than impressive when you consider that he had previously only played 3 rounds of golf his whole life. A few months back, his teacher aide noticed that the 12-year-old autistic boy loved swinging his stick all the time, and so he suggested trying golf. I don't know why not baseball, but he said golf.
Maybe he swung it towards the ground.
Yeah, that could be. Bailey agreed, and despite having only completed 3 rounds of golf, he entered into the tournament, and he beat everybody.
Wait, he's in New Zealand, though. That's
he took
why.
home the
That's
gold.
why they said golf instead of baseball.
They play baseball over there.
Yeah, they play golf more.
Obviously, Bailey doesn't know the technical stuff about playing golf. Bailey's teacher aide and golf coach said. His game is just to step up and hit the ball, so that's pretty much what he does. He doesn't worry about if he's done a bad shot or a good shot, or it's taking him too much time to get onto the shot. He just loves the sport, and I think just that passion alone drives him to play good golf.
I mean, you're supposed to go out there and have fun at the end of the day, right?
Yep, Bailey's been swinging sticks since he was able to walk. He's on the autism spectrum, and he didn't really talk to anybody at school. His teacher, who's also it's a teacher's aide, who's also his golf coach, Wyremu, struggled a lot to get him to come out of his shell, and so he tried to get him into sports, and it looks like it paid off because that kid if he keeps it up,
He's going to be
he could get paid.
for sure. He seems like he knows what he's doing already with just four rounds in.
Dude, an 87 is a hell of a score.
I don't know anything about golf, but you're telling me it's good, so I'm going to believe you. And all he does is go up and smash the ball. Like the most Happy Gilmore type of thing ever. Whoa, did I just make a reference? Is Happy Gilmore autistic?
That's him right there. I guess that's all the...
I know, but isn't that crazy to think about?
What?
Happy Gilmore being autistic?
I mean, something was wrong with him. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with autistic people. I'm just saying...
There was something more wrong with
I guess I could say something was off about him.
Yeah, he was not normal.
He was different. He is in all of his movies, though, like Billy Madison.
Oh, yeah. That one, he's just stupid.
Waterboy.
That one, he definitely plays a kid with a low IQ. Like a learning disability.
And wasn't there another one?
Mr. Deeds, but that one, he's just a nice, like, pizza guy who writes, like, Hallmark cards, and he sucks at them.
Yeah, but he would be lower on the IQ spectrum in that one, even.
Yeah.
Sure. And Big Daddy.
Big Daddy, he's just a loser.
Yeah, but he's not supposed to be very smart. I mean, maybe street smart, throws cans on the ground, gets the discount for the dents. But,
I like that. I like that a lot.
But aside from that, he doesn't know too much. He couldn't even help the kid with his homework, which, by the way, I shouldn't say anything because I can't even help my kid with his homework.
Yeah, no, I can't help kids with homework.
It doesn't make sense. They teach it weird. I'd say I don't agree with it, but I don't understand enough to agree or disagree, so I can't even have an opinion.
Like I'm not even allowed to have an opinion.
Yep. I don't understand it. They're getting to the same answer that I got to.
Oh, man.
But that's my article.
That's a fun one, though, because it proves that, like, I love when these autistic people, like are just, they're naturally good at, like, a thing. Like, this kid swinging sticks, and someone just put a golf club in his hand and was like, hey. And he's like, yeah, 4th time, smash.
And some old guy's been playing it for 30 years.
And can't score that?
Yeah.
I love it. I love that. I love seeing that. I hope he plays it forever, and I hope he becomes so good that he doesn't even know how good he is, and he doesn't even care.
Yeah, that's pretty solid. So, on to yours.
My article is about a man in Russia who reports his first date to the police after she refused to split the bill.
I mean, so I think in that situation, he should have just left and the restaurant would have reported her. You know, just pay your part and leave.
I don't think they let you do that.
I feel like that's going to be the resolution.
Russian police are currently on the lookout for a young girl. I'm sorry, it says they're on the lookout. Like they're already looking out for this bitch who reportedly stormed out of the restaurant, did what you said, leaving her date to foot the bill after he asked her to split it evenly. Handling the bill on a first date had always been a point of contention, as some people believe the men should cover the entire cost always, while others are convinced that going Dutch is the only way, which obviously is sharing. Both sides have their arguments, and while online forums are full of endless debates on this subject, there was never really cause for involving the police up until recently, when the 28-year-old man from Moscow filed a complaint against the woman he went on the date with after she refused to split the bill, leaving him to cover the entire 16,000 rubles, which is $165.
Okay, so to any lady or man out there who thinks that a man should be responsible for paying the bill, the whole bill on a first date, I mean any date, let alone the first date, I'm going to tell you exactly what I tell my kids, and you are responsible for you. That means if you show up to a date and you eat a steak, a person sitting on the other side of the table is not responsible to pay your bill. You are responsible for you.
Every time.
Every time you're responsible for you.
Unless it's been stated before prior.
Exactly. Unless you're married. If you guys are married, then you can get away with it. But if not, I mean, legally, you are responsible for you.
Yeah, and that's what's important.
That's why they're looking for her. That's why this guy's not in cuffs.
The guy paid it, though, and the woman just stormed out.
So she stole from him.
Yeah, that's why he reported her.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't just do it. He went right to the police station
I
afterwards.
wouldn't have paid. I would have been like, I didn't eat that food. I don't know what you want from me.
Yeah, I don't think Russia works like that, though. I think if he didn't pay, he'd go to jail. So he paid, and he's like, she's going to go to jail.
Well, here it works like that.
Yeah, it does work like that, but like...
Here I could be like, I was the first date.
Yeah, but also when I first saw 16,000 rubles, I was like, ah! And then it said 165. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I was going to say that money's not.
It does. Yeah, but when you say 16,000 of anything, I'm like, damn, dude, you better be naked right now.
Yeah, but so what do you think that they think about us when we're like, yeah, I got $140? So
like you poor ass motherfucker.
Yeah, you poor piece of shit. I'm like, dude, I can buy your old dinner, bitch.
It's like, yeah, this TV, $600. They're like, what? That thing's worth 96,000 rubles.
Yeah, that's a 96,000 ruble TV right there. Sounds better that way.
It does until you could just say pesos. Hey, I got paid 500,000 for this last show.
Do you know that our dollar sign comes from the word pesos?
No, I did not know that.
Just you said that, and that just
when I was in Texas, I was in the Capitol building in Austin, and I saw a bunch of these Alamo, like paintings, and it was like, remember when we all came together, and I was like, remember when we finally decided that this was ours, and we're gonna fucking take it. Like, plenty of Hispanic people that are not into that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There's that one comedian. He's this Mexican dude, and he's from Texas, and he's like, yeah, I don't really like country, and all my friends are like, oh, you don't like country, man? Yeah, the George Strait. He's like, you haven't. He's like, you just haven't listened to George Strait. And he says something. He's like, yeah, George Strait has a song. I listened to it, and he goes, the first line was, oh, how I wish I was back in Texas 200 years ago. And he just looks and he goes, all right, man. I don't really know that I agree.
Yeah, it's not for me.
He goes, I understand.
For you.
He goes, I understand why some people might like this song.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
And it's true though, because like some white guy being like, listen to this, and it's like, dude, no.
Yeah, no, but the pesos thing is our money. We didn't know what to call our money, and so we called it pesos because we just adopted it from fucking Mexico. So we called them pesos, and it was the American peso, I would imagine. But we called them pesos, so you'd write your money like 17. I have 17, and then you'd write pesos.
Are you sure it's pesos and not cent? Because I thought the cent came from pence.
No, so listen. Hold on, let me get back.
I'm gonna listen. Okay,
So it would be pesos. So we write 17 pesos. Well, then it evolved to where it was 17 PS because they didn't want to write all the pesos out, and then they started stacking. So they took the P and they wrote the S or the P on top of the S. So pesos PS, with the P on top of the S. And then we got even lazier and we dropped the circle off of the P, so it was just the S with the line through it.
And then somebody's like $1.
And I don't know who came along and said, oh, this is a dollar sign. But it came from pesos.
I mean, I'm inclined to believe you because I have the internet in front of me, but I don't want to look it up. And it sounds legit.
Yeah.
I
learned it in school.
Yeah, I didn't learn much in school. School didn't teach me a whole lot of things.
It was college school.
College taught me that I had more social anxiety than I thought.
Yeah, college taught me that I started late.
Starting college late's fine.
I heard somebody
I don't think
they were like, and what's your birth year? Someone was like, 2004. I was like, go kill yourself.
people are always way, way, way younger than me, bro, in every situation. Like at work, this girl just turned 25 yesterday, and she's like, when do you think, if you make it in comedy, will be the earliest you made it? I'm like, I don't know, 5 or 6 years maybe. And I was like, when I'm like 41 or like 43.
Right.
And she's like, wait, oh yeah, I always forget you're 36. I'm like, I'm old. I just act like an idiot. Like, so people don't see me as an old person because I don't have a wife, I don't have kids. I'm just a flipping stupid ass, you know?
Yeah, people see me as old because I got kids and
like, I can't do that, bro. I gotta get back to my kid because he's got the flu. And I'm like, some little kid has the flu. I pushed him into a pool. I don't know. That sounds bad. That's going to get censored by Prime.
It's the gray hairs, bro. It's the gray hairs that do it.
I kind of am just rocking the gray hairs.
Stress.
People don't really I get stressed sometimes. I try not to get anymore because the gray hairs.
When I got kids is when I had just gray hairs.
I find that if I ever worry about money, I start to get gray hairs. So I decided I'm just not going to worry about it anymore. It's just not going to be a problem.
That's a good thought.
I mean, I'm going to work. I'm going to do what I have to do. But I'm going to really embrace this poor comedian thing. I've been eating a lot of rice, a lot of chicken thighs.
It's good for you.
On sale.
It's really good for you.
Broccoli's cheap.
It's good for your stomach, good for your insides.
Yeah. I will say after comedy shows, I kind of have a problem where I like to go to Taco Bell and spend like $6 on gross burritos.
Oh,
yeah.
That's the worst.
Yeah.
I haven't ate freaking fast food, I don't think, in 2023.
That's a good thing for you, man.
Yeah.
Well, how about we end it on talking shit about fast food so we don't get demonetized by those people, even though we're not monetized yet.
Yeah, they can't ban us.
No, they can't ban us, but what if one day Wendy's wants to be like, Daniel, we would like you to have our new healthy menu, which is just meats and cheeses that you can work out with, and we'll sponsor you. We would want that, right?
No, just meats and cheeses. I need bread.
Well, duh, that too. I meant no vegetables.
Oh, yeah, I don't like those.
Yeah, we're leaving those out for you.
Yeah, I don't know.
The new D-Roo lineup at Wendy's.
I'm not singling out names here. I'm not calling out brands.
I am. I want sponsorships, and I don't care how I get it. Listen.
This started from talking shit about fast food.
That's why I said we shouldn't do it. I was saying the other day that the price of things is so expensive that I was going to start just carrying around like a ham sandwich in my pocket. And like maybe if I always use Hellman's, I could like get Hellman's to sponsor me.
It would be so gross, but it could work.
How's it gross?
Just ham sandwiches and just warm ass ham sandwiches in your pocket.
Isn't that
fucking melting all day?
What's the difference between a ham sandwich in the pocket and a ham sandwich in a brown paper bag?
One is gonna have cheese in your pocket. The other one's gonna leak the cheese in the bag.
It's not gonna leak. It's not just gonna be in the pocket. It's gonna be in a sandwich bag. You dumbass.
It's fucking Florida. Yeah. Is it gonna be a Ziploc or a fold top?
It's gonna be a Ziploc sandwich bag, a full top. You thought I was just gonna put a sandwich in my
A
pocket.
full top is not foolproof.
No, but I pictured you thinking I cut my sandwich diagonally and put each half in one of my pockets.
No, originally, I imagine you just stuffed that bitch in one. It's like folded like a U.
In my tight skinny jeans.
Pulled that shit out like
what
Napoleon Dynamite and just started eating it in line at DMV.
Save my tots for later. Any place that doesn't say no outside food or drink, I just like in the other pocket. I just pull like one of those old chocolate milks from like school out.
Just oh shit, gotta chug it.
They would be like, bro, where did you get that? You're way too old for that.
Those are the best, man.
I asked some kid who just recently graduated high school. I was like, do they still have those? He's like, yeah.
Those and the rectangle pizzas.
The octagon breakfast pizzas, man.
I love the rectangle pizzas.
You know those shitty breakfast ones that have egg and sausage on them?
I looked them up. You can buy those rectangle pizzas. It's like a big ass square that you cut into rectangles.
No wonder why.
Yeah.
We don't have an oven big enough.
Stupid cheap.
We should do it. We should do that for the next Super Bowl party. Have you ever heard Bill Burr talk about Super Bowl parties?
I think I have.
He says he fucking hates it.
Yeah.
Because everybody's like, shut up, the commercials are on.
Yeah, you can't watch it. Yeah,
and then they talk during the game, and he's like, will you fucking go die somewhere?
Bill Burr's funny.
He's so angry.
All the time.
And he's like always talking about how his wife tells him he's too angry and how he's not trying to be angry anymore. And then his kids will tell him he's too angry.
Yeah. I like Bill Burr.
Me too.
I need to make some time and try and see him at some point.
Oh, yeah. If he comes down here, we're seeing him.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
To go to.
Yeah, man. I think that's all I have to talk about on this episode of the Weekend Rundown, though.
Yeah. We can call it there.
All right. Well, guys, thanks for tuning back in. We're probably going to get a little censored on Prime, so don't listen to us there. Thanks for coming back.
Any other platform's fine, though.
We're working on our video right now. It's not going to be on this episode. Maybe not the next episode, but we're working on getting the video up and running, too.
It should be here soon. I'd say...
Within the month.
Hopefully, yeah. Before Halloween.
Yeah, before Halloween. Ooh, that would be fun, dude. We get to do a dress-up episode for Halloween. We have to do it now. Hey, we're going to figure it out. I would love to do that for you guys. All right, guys. Anyways, we just talked about it on air. He looks pissed off because he's like, damn it, now we're committed. He doesn't like being committed to anything, guys. That's a secret about my brother. If you guys don't remember, we're brothers. We're assholes to each other. I love him very much. I've been your host, Drew. This is the Weekend Rundown. Thanks for joining us.
I appreciate you guys listening to another episode with us. And this is Daniel, and we're going to call it there.
A rich man's world. Beautiful, but a rich man.